Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. It is a super duper snowy day here. In fact, here in our county, we just went to a level 3 snow emergency, which means that we should not be on the roads. So we are staying put so that we are safe and keep everyone else safe. And it's Thursday, which means that it's soup night. We always make soup on Thursdays here during the cold months, or almost always. And so I've got rolls rising on the counter that I'm gonna put in the oven here in a bit, and I'm going to make what I call hamburger soup. It's kind of like a beef noodle soup with some vegetables in it and ground beef. It's delicious. So what I have done is I have cut up, and I'm gonna show you here, some carrots and celery and put them with a little bit of olive oil in my pan here. And I'm just kind of got this on medium high, and I'm just gonna stir it up every now and then until it gets a little bit of color and the vegetables soften up a little bit, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do next. So I'm just gonna do this, and you can see that I'm wearing my favorite teacher sweater today. This was actually given to me by the family of my 3rd and 4th grade teacher, who passed away in 2003. Now, I am a teacher at that school, my favorite school, and she was one of my favorite teachers, so I always love wearing this. It's like one of my power sweaters. Makes me feel really good about life. It's all nice and cozy here in the house, and I'm making soup and rolls. My husband's gonna be off work soon. It's a good day here in our house. So stay put, and I will be right back to show you what we're gonna do next. I'm back, and as you can hear, those vegetables are sizzling. They're getting just a little bit of color on them. They're starting to soften a little. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some ground beef. Now, I cooked this earlier this week with some onions and garlic. If I hadn't done that, what I probably would have done is cooked the ground beef first, and then taken it out, drained off the grease, and then cooked the celery, the carrots with a little bit of onions and garlic. But I already have this cooked ground beef with onions and garlic in it that I had cooked for a recipe earlier this week and only used half of it because I know I was making this later this week. So the good thing about soup is that you can do lots of different things, lots of different directions and orders, and it's almost always gonna turn out good. So I'm just gonna put this ground beef in here with the celery and carrots, and like I said, there's already garlic and onions in there. Take my container, put it in the sink so I can give it a good wash. And then I'm gonna let this cook just for a little bit. Again, that ground beef is already cooked, but I wanna kind of get it warmed up to the same temperature as those vegetables. And then what I would usually do is add in my water and one of those packages of French onion soup. But I went to get in my drawer today, and there are no packages of French onion soup. So I found a recipe for kind of a copycat of that online. It's basically just bouillon powder, minced onions, and some spices. If you do a quick Google search, I'm sure you can find something like that. So I made that earlier today. And what I am going to do is, once this looks like it's, all warmed up, it's getting there, I'm gonna add in my water. I've got about 6 cups, but sometimes I just eyeball it. I don't follow a lot of recipes when it comes to soup, because soup is an awesome opportunity to have fun in the kitchen and be creative, and also use up stuff that you have in your fridge and your freezer. I love making soups. I love trying to figure out good combinations, but today I'm just keeping it simple. So I've got 6 cups of water. I've got a little bit of this onion soup mix. I'm gonna put a little soy sauce in it because I think it just kind of adds like good depth of flavor. And then I actually have some homemade noodles, egg noodles that I made, I don't know, maybe about a month ago, and I've had them in the freezer. And I always think those are really good. They're like really hearty in soup, but you can use any kind of noodles. Egg noodles, whatever pasta you have in your pantry. Like I said, it's gonna be delicious as long as it has stuff in it that you like and enjoy and your family likes. Okay, so this is good. I'm getting a little bit of brown bits on the bottom, which equals flavor. So I'm gonna kind of scrape that off. And I'm gonna pour my water in here carefully. And, if you need more water, you can always add more, but I'm gonna go with that 6 cups for now. Gonna add a little bit of this, and honestly, it looks just like, if you can see, the onion soup mix that you would buy at the store. I had all the stuff that this recipe called for. I think it was bouillon powder, beef bouillon powder, dried onion flakes, or some parsley, maybe some pepper. I think there was celery salt in it, maybe paprika. I don't remember. But it smells really good. It's gonna give the soup really good flavor. So I'm gonna put that in there. I just made what it called for one, to make the equivalent of one package, because that's usually what I would use. Give this a little bit of a stir. Turn it up a little to bring this to a boil. And a little bit of soy sauce. And you're noticing I'm hardly measuring anything at all. Like I said, this doesn't have to be, it's not like baking where you want to be super precise, where it's like science. I feel like soup is more like art. I love it. I would really eat soup all year round, but in the summertime, sometimes it's just a little too hot for soup. I'd rather do something nice and refreshing, like a salad or maybe something on the grill. But soup is always good, and it's awesome to, or it's really easy, I should say, to make a big amount of it. If like you have unexpected company for supper, it's easy if you keep just like some staples in your pantry and fridge and freezer to throw together a big pot of soup. It's delicious. You can make like some quick rolls. These are just rolls that I keep in the freezer. I buy them in the freezer section. Then you just let them rise all day, and they are delicious. My husband and I love them with soup. So I'm gonna let this come to a boil. I'm gonna throw my egg noodles in, and then we're gonna see how it goes. All right, my soup is smelling so good. It smells delicious. I did drop the noodles in once it started to really boil. I let it go for a little while, and it looks so nice. Let me show you. Doesn't that look pretty? Doesn't that look comforting on a warm night? Husband's off work in about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna let this just kind of do its thing on low here on the burner for a little while longer. But first, I'm gonna give it a little taste. So let me get up here in the cupboard and just get a tiny little bowl. Make sure that everything tastes the way that it should. Like I said, just a little. Make sure I get some noodles, some carrots, some celery, a spoon. And we are going to enjoy this with some rolls that are in the oven. They've got 6 minutes left. And some crackers, probably. And he will read the paper. I will do the crossword puzzle. We'll chat about our day. It's an awesome way to end the day. Okay. It's really hot. It's actually perfect. I love the homemade noodles. If you've never made homemade noodles, you have to try it. It's not hard. It's just water, flour, eggs, a little bit of oil. Sometimes you don't even need water. It depends on which recipe you follow. And then if you have like a pasta roller, a hand one that you turn, or like me, I have one that I attach to my KitchenAid mixer. You can do it that way, but you don't even need that. You can just roll them out with a rolling pin and cut them. And they're delicious. They have like a nice bite, nice texture. I love them, especially for soup. So that's what we're having tonight. I hope that wherever you are, that you're safe, that you're warm, and that you are enjoying something delicious. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming into my kitchen. I will see you soon. What should I cook next? I don't know, but I do have another snow day tomorrow, so who knows what I'll get up to tomorrow. All right, I'll see you all soon. God bless. Bye-bye.